Hi, welcome back to the Base Movement School video series. We're in week 8 going through the Intermediate Power program. My name is John.
And I'm Jazz.
I'm going to be taking Jazz through today's warm-up and then we're going to switch it around. She's going to take the rest of the program. So, like we did last week, we're going to be doing a circuit. So we've got some new exercises that we're going to throw into that circuit mix for you. So as always, just need a little bit of space in front of you and to the sides where you can perform some of these dynamic movements. Have a drink bottle by your side so you can have a sip of water between the exercises. So if you've got all that, let's get started with the warm-up. So the first one we're doing a squat to inchworm. So we're going to start off in a deep squat position, and then we're doing our regular inchworm type movements where we're walking slowly out in small movements with our hands. We're not going to stand up tall, we're just going to go back into that deep squat position. So try setting your hips as low as you can in this position. And then you're going to rock yourself forwards and then initiate that movement. This one we're doing 10 of. So we're doing 10 movements, in and out. Try getting your chest up a little bit higher in that deep squat position at the end. Once you've done 10 there, we're going to do a duck walk. So we're going to start off in a deep squat position again, and then we're going to walk our way forwards. And we're going to go backwards. So this one we're doing for 20 seconds. So keep your hips down low through the whole movement, try not bobbing up and down. Small movements with your legs. Go a little bit wider with your feet position than you would for a normal squat. We've got time for one last one forwards. Excellent, let's finish there. Big deep breath, so that one you're really going to feel in your thighs and your quads being in that low position walking forwards. Next up we have a bear hold plank. So we're going to pop down for our regular bear hold plank. And then what we're going to do, we're going to do alternating arm lifts. So toes tucked in the back, 90 degrees at your hips. And we're just working our way, arms out to the side, one out to the side each time. And we're doing 10 movements, so 5 on each arm. So as we can see with Jazz, she wasn't swaying through her hips when she was lifting out her arm. She was really locked in, bracing for her core. Next up, we have a overhead dead bug. So we're going to hold onto a weight or a bag, even a textbook. We're going to hold that over our head as we perform the dead bug movement. So squeezing through your core, pushing your lower back into the floor. Slow and controlled with your legs. We're doing 8 on each leg with this one. Keep it nice and smooth throughout. Excellent. Once you've done 8 on each leg, we're going to go through the bear hold with arm lifts again. So as you can see, we've got a little bit of an animal theme with today's warm-up, doing all these different holds and movements. Alright, so we're reaching out to the sides again. Another 10 on each, 10 in total, 5 on each arm. Try not to sway through your body, keep everything locked in. Not tipping over when you lift your arm off the floor. Big breath of air in, then we're back to our overhead dead bugs. Reaching up, bracing through your midsection, one leg out at a time. So you've got a bag that's going to topple around a little bit. It's going to be holding to keep balanced. So that could be a good challenge for you, rather than holding a plate where it's nice and sturdy. Great work. We've got one last movement for our warm-up. We're going to be doing balance clock. So we're going to start off on one leg, slight knee bend, chest up high, and then we're going to reach out to positions like you're on a clock. So if you're in the middle, you're going to start off reaching up to the 12, to the side to the 3, and then behind to the 6. You're going to do this one for 30 seconds. It's not to see how many you can get through in that 30 seconds, we just put a cap on that. So it's nice and smooth throughout all the movements. Try not to lose your balance as you're reaching out. Now we have time to go round one more time. Excellent, we're going to change legs now. So find your balance first, reach into the 12, 3, 9, and then the 6. So you might find it's easier or harder to be on one leg than the other. So make sure that you've got control over that single leg balance. Find a position where you can balance really strongly. Keeping your chest up high, hips back just a little bit. And one last reach. Great work. That's your warm-up complete. We're going to move on to the circuit now.
Okay, so now we're going to get into the circuit portion of the workout. So like last week, we've got 4 different exercises that we're going to go through. First time we'll go through maybe a little bit slower for you, take your time and explaining on how to do each exercises. And then by the end of it, by the 3rd set around, hopefully that we're going to really know exactly how we're doing that. We're going to push that intensity. So the 4 exercises today that we're going through are squat jumps, continuous broad jumps, max pogo jumps for height, and then we're also going through a single leg hop to a lateral push. So John, we're going to go through our squat jumps to start off with. So we're going to set ourselves up and jump up as high as we can. We've got 6 of these. Cool. So with the squat jumps, main things that we're after is we want to be nice and quick off the ground and also jumping up for as high as we can, still making sure we set ourselves up with our feet underneath our hips. We're now going to go on to our continuous broad jumps. So with these ones, we're now jumping for distance and we're trying to jump, minimize that contact in between the first jump and the second jump. So hot coals when we're jumping between the two. Good. And as we can see, John is using a big arm swing. Good, so throwing those arms back. Good, and trying to minimize that contact in between the 2 jumps. If you've got this is probably going to need a big space, so feel free to go outside and do this one. Good. So that is now our broad jumps finished. We're now going to go on to our max pogo jumps for height. So now we're doing our pogo jumps. We still want to be quick, but now we want to get some height as well, making sure that our legs stay straight. Awesome. So we're just doing 6 of those ones, and now we're going to go on to our single leg hop to lateral push. So starting on one leg, hopping forward, and then pushing off that leg. Perfect. We're doing 3 on each leg. So we're hopping forward, and then we're moving to the side. So when we're landing on that one leg, we want to make sure it's a strong push off. We're not having that foot twisted out here. Foot straight and then a strong push off there. Awesome. So that is now our first round of our superset. So because we are after power, we're going to make sure that we're having enough rest in between each of the sets and also the exercises. So if you do need to pause the video here, grab a quick drink, take a few minutes, and then make sure that the next few rounds that you're going through are just as good quality as the first round. So we'll go back to the squat jumps. So feet underneath our hips, hands on hips, and jumping up as high as you can. So that's now our squat jumps finished. Now we're going to go through our next exercise, which is now our continuous broad jumps. So feel free, have enough space, go outside if you need. Jump as far as you can and imagine you're on hot coals in between the two jumps here. Last go. Try and get even further than you did last time. Even if you want to put a marker down on where you landed after that and try and beat it each of the times through. Cool. Next exercise, we've got our max pogo jumps for height. So straight legs, getting up as tall, as high as we can. Really think about pushing your head all the way, hitting your head to the ceiling. Cool. Last exercise now is we're now going to do our single leg hop to a lateral push. So again, making sure we're focusing on that foot positioning as we hop, try and keep it as forwards as possible, and then strong push off that leg. We're swapping legs now. Good. Try and push as far as you can. Remember, this is about being explosive and powerful as well. So that is now our second round complete. Make sure that you pause the video, grab a quick drink, have a rest. Okay, so we're now going to go through our last round of our circuit. So starting back with our squat jumps. So feet under our hips, hands on our hips, and jumping up as high as we can. So feel free, have a slight reset in between each exercise as well if you feel like that helps you get a little bit more height. Now we're going to go through and do our continuous broad jumps. So last round here, big arm swing and minimize that ground contact in between. So try and get as far as you can. Now this is our last round. Nice work. Last jumps here. Make them further than you've done before. Nice work. So now we're halfway through the last round. Let's go through our max pogos for height. Making sure that we keep our legs nice and straight here. And we're just pushing through that ankle, landing on our midfoot. Last exercise here is our single leg hop to our lateral push. Nice. Make sure that we're pushing off that foot, flat foot, and going as far as you can. Now we're going to swap over to our last leg. If you do need to take a second in between each of the reps, feel free to do so. It's not about making us as tired as possible, it's about getting as far as we can and pushing that intensity as much as we can. So that's now our circuit complete. So we've done our warm up, our circuit. Now we're going to finish off with just a little bit of core exercises to finish off with. So we're going to go on to a plank arm reach. So we're going to be in our nice train track arm position here, keeping our bottom tucked, and we're just going to reach the arm out. So we're doing 10 each arm. Thing to think about, imagine you've got a big bowl of spaghetti in your back. You don't want that spaghetti bowl to fall each side. So you're going to try and keep your back as strong, try and keep it nice and flat and not twisting all around. Otherwise your spaghetti is going to fall on the floor. Nice work. This one's a little bit of a challenge just to finish off with. You're going to feel a bit of a burn here. Awesome. So once we've done 10 arm reaches each side, then that's the end of the video. Thank you for following along and we hope that you were able to do so. If you do have any questions, please pop it in the comments section below. Either John or myself will get back to you on that. Otherwise, please make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Facebook and like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, as that's where we're going to be posting about any recent updates about any of our videos in the future. Otherwise, we'll see you in our next exercise video.